Hi, this is your missionary Nate Beil coming to you from Front Porch. And as some of you may have seen from our letter that I just put out a couple days ago, kind of unexpectedly, our fourth child was born, Amelia Ann Beil. And so it's kind of difficult right now with 3 other young kids and a newborn to find a place of quiet to record a video. And so I'm out here on the porch in the cold and at night. But just wanted to give you a quick update and kind of a recap of what's been going on in our lives. It's a little bit, or this update's a little bit behind because we were kind of near the end, transitioning back to the U.S. for a short furlough from Santiago, Chile, and completing our time there. And I was on a short survey trip and I was kind of waiting until we made some of the final decisions. So I wanted to give you a quick recap of what's been going on in our lives and our first initial term there in Chile and what God has going forward for us. So when we arrived in Chile, we were there almost 2 years. The borders had been closed. We were supposed to move there in the middle of 2020, but because of the COVID issue, the borders had been closed, and so we were kind of just in limbo for a while. And praise the Lord, right at the beginning of 2021, the borders opened. We got there within, I think, 2 weeks of the border opening, and began our time there. It was difficult at times. We were at times going through a 24/7 lockdown where for a couple months we couldn't leave our house except for 2 times a week, and each time we had to go online and register with the police and have a police pass in hand. That was just to have 2 hours each time, so a total of 4 hours a week that we could be out of our house to buy groceries or do whatever you needed to do to survive and live. And that went on for a couple months. That was a discouraging time, but thankfully we were able to just stick through it in some ways, and things began to open back up. We were able to go back and I was able to do language school, and God just opened a lot of other doors as we were during our time there. And our ministry core has been working there for a couple of years and has been partnering with multiple national pastors, and we were able to work with them, learn from veteran missionaries there. And it was such a rewarding and beneficial time, not only in language and cultural learning, but for ministry training as well, and things that we can take there and hopefully apply to other places and other people that we work with. Through the course of that, there was a couple national pastors of local church plants there in the capital city of Santiago that I was able to help with remodeling a church building and teaching English classes of the gospel outreach where people were saved and baptized, added to the church, and just a lot of opportunities that we were able to be a part of, and things that I think that we're going to be able to take to other places and use as ways to reach communities with the gospel, and unique ways that we can do that. So it's such a rewarding time for us, and really a growing time for us. And as our time there ended, we had to come back just a little bit early, a couple months earlier than we had originally planned because of complications from Tara's pregnancy. And many of you who follow our newsletters have maybe seen along or read along that she was essentially on bed rest for much of it, and just a lot of complications. And both her doctor there and in the U.S. recommended we come back a little bit early and have the baby here in the U.S. Because of the possibility of major complications. So we praise the Lord that just a couple days ago, a little bit early, a few weeks early, but our daughter was born healthy, and she and Tara are both doing well, recovering. So thank you so much for praying for that. And on to the future. And we're very excited that we have sought counsel and prayed, and I've gone back to the first country actually I've ever visited with Core Missions on a missions trip as we were praying about joining this ministry of the country in Central America of Honduras. And so sometime at the late spring, early summer of 2023, our family is going to be packing up and moving to Honduras, and going to be there for likely 4 or 5 years. We already have a couple national pastors that we partner with there, and a missionary that we partner with. And also there's a lot of other opportunities that hopefully in the coming days will come to fruition, of just doors that seems like God is opening, not only for our family, but for our ministry. There in Honduras, it's going to be a very strategic location because there's other surrounding countries that are very close by there that we want to begin working with and helping missionaries to train and support local pastors to plant churches amongst their own people. So we're excited about all that God has allowed us to be a part of in our ministry so far, but also even more excited about what the future holds. And so if we haven't already scheduled an update and you would like to do that, please contact me, email me, send me a direct message on Facebook, and we'd love to try to get something scheduled and see as many of our supporters as want us to give an update on this furlough. And as we look forward to going to Honduras, please be praying with us about that, and we'll try to keep you updated about some of those things in the coming days. So thank you again so much for your faithful support for our family. It means the world to us.